Hi guys, this is Vidas,
Antaušra.
and let's start episode 61 of Ask Vidas and Ausra podcast. And today's question was sent by Adeniyi, who says that he has no organ mentor. That's his challenge. And today we're going to try to help him out, right, Ausra?
Yes,
Can you practice organ and get better as an organist over time if you have no teacher?
I think actually that you can. Maybe when the progress will not be as fast as if you would have an organ mentor. But still it's possible to achieve progress.
Uh, we have to make some difference between mentor and a teacher, right?
Yes.
Mentor is a person who helps you without any financial reward payment, and teacher is of course a person who can do this. You can pay him or her money to do this. So as I understand, he might live in a country where there are either no teachers or no mentors at all. No, basically he's on his own, right?
Well, but today the world is so global and it's so easy, to get an access to the best mentors actually and best teachers. You just have to get online. The YouTube is full of excellent recordings. You can get all kind of resource books, so that's a big help. It's not like 20 years ago.
Even our little blog organduo.lt has thousands of resources, right, and trainings and coaching programs, and this blog is very extensive. I just looked. We started when at the end of 2011. So and we write every day,
Sure.
and that means that for more than 5 years in a row we publish some kind of training every day, written or audio or video. So that's really thousands of great materials and useful exercises and advice and tips are. You just have to uh, apply those tips in practice. That's more important, right?
I think nowadays it's not as hard to find information as it is hard to select which of that information is useful and is the best, to limit your resources, because otherwise you can just spend all your time just researching things and not doing actual work.
Do you think, Osha, it's better to randomly pick one training or resource and start applying it in your practice, or you have to deep dig into your needs first?
I think first of all you need to find out what you really need. What is your biggest problem or largest concern, and then to choose.
True. So, Osha, what's the first step in order to discover your need?
Well, it depends on what your goal actually is.
For example, if you want to play in church, right, liturgical organ music, obviously the first place to start would be with hymn playing.
Him playing, yes, definitely. If you are in church organist, that's the most important thing for the beginner. Later on you can get more into the repertoire and to increase your knowledge in like stylistic details, but him is sort of the cornerstone of church organist, him playing.
And I've seen people progress through the ranks of organists just by playing hymns, because they can master the coordination between the hands and feet at the basic level first with hymns, and then they can advance to the repertoire easily this way too.
Sure.
And hymns are very fun to practice.
We are, and we are very good for sight. Reading is very excellent source.
Exactly. If you, for example, choose 100 hymns and sight read one hymn a day, in 100 days you will be a better sight reader. Definitely.
Definitely, yes.
Great. So I guess people should not despair if they have no teachers or mentors in their country available to them. They just have to look online. For example, start with our resources, and more important than teacher is regular practice.
Yes, definitely, because not the best mentor or teacher will not play instead of you. You will still have to do all these steps yourself to take them and to practice every day. Nobody else can do it.
Have you had the experience in your teaching career, Osha, when you had a student and you sort of give everything to that student, but they don't do anything with that information?
Yes, I had such a disappointments. That's true. But no, I had one excellent example when I was teaching, 2 semesters one person. And actually, she had pretty good foundation. She was not majoring in organ, it was just she was minoring in organ. And like first semester, she would never tell her what I'm telling her to do. She would never do it, and we could not reach any result or any result that I was expecting of her. But later on, she somehow started, to follow what I'm saying and started to do those steps, taking those steps, and practicing in that way as I suggest her to do. And the result was just fantastic.
So even though at first she sort of declined to apply your tips in her practice, later he started to trust you more.
Yes.
She.
Yes.
Hmm. So yeah, it's important to trust your teacher if you have one, because otherwise you're wasting and your time and your teacher's time too.
Yes, definitely.
Remember, Osha, sometimes people write to us messages that their current teacher tells them to do something differently than we advise, right? They have their own opinions, and teacher is recommending to do one thing, and they are sort of hesitant to apply our tips in their practice because they trust their teacher first.
Well, that's okay. Everybody has to decide for themselves what to do. Just, always listen to what you are doing because your ear is the best advisor.
And if you choose a teacher, please trust him or her, and do what they tell you to do, because otherwise you're not progressing into the right direction, and basically wasting your resources and energy.
Sure.
Okay, Osha, I hope people will apply our tips in their practice. I hope people will trust our advice. And if guys you want more help, please subscribe to our blog at organduo.lt if you haven't done so already, and send us more of your questions. We love helping you grow as an organist. Okay, this was Vidas.
And Osha,
And remember, when you practice,
miracles happen.